Good morning, everyone. And this morning we're on the website of Causeway Coast Glens Borough Council. And as you can see from the snap line in front of us, it says in big letters Causeway Coast Glens Borough Council reaches major milestone towards securing the one-off opportunity for a £125 million growth deal. £125 million growth deal. And over here on the right, we see the mayor outside Coleraine Leisure Centre. Now, I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, what's this £125 million going to be spent on? Well, we're going to scroll down and we're going to have a look and see where that £125 million is going to be spent. So, let's head on down the page and let's have a look. And here we go. Now, it says that the 4 Phase 1 projects submitted for approval are Coleraine Leisure and Wellbeing Centre, £47 million. Ulster University Centre for Food and Drug Discovery, £22 million. North West Regional College Food Ovation and Skills Centre, £5.8 million. And Dungiven Regeneration Programme is getting £6.7 million. And obviously this is a combination of taxpayer and ratepayers' monies. But when you add those 4 numbers up, you get £81.5 million of investment. And remember, folks, it's always investment. It's never waste. Always investment. Now, in the 4 Phase 1 projects, the lion's share of the £81.5 million, so that's over half, is going to build a new leisure centre. That's right, folks, a new leisure centre. And the question needs to be asked, do we need a new Coleraine Leisure Centre? And I don't think we do. £22 million is going to the Ulster University Centre for Food and Drug Discovery. Ulster University is an extremely wealthy organisation. Extremely wealthy. Why it needs £22 million of taxpayers' money, I really don't know. There's another one going to North West Regional College. I would say another wealthy organisation, £5.8 million. And the Dungiven Regeneration Programme, £6.7 million. And I'd like to see what Dungiven looks like after £6.7 million is lavished on it. I'm willing to bet that you won't see any difference in Dungiven after those monies there have been spent upon it. But anyway, the Mayor of Causeway Coast Glens, Councillor Oliver McMullen, says this is an extremely proud moment for our council area. Well, I wouldn't expect him to say anything else. He is the Mayor after all, isn't he? Anyway, he also goes on to say the growth deal will attract new industries, create high quality employment opportunities, and help secure long-term prosperity for our communities. These Phase 1 projects alone represent a £81.5 million investment, there's that word again, in our people, our infrastructure and our future. Just a cliche, that's all it is. Cliche and platitudes, they're practically meaningless if you want my honest opinion. But we then go down to Phase 2, and this is where the remainder of the £125.3 million is being spent. Now, as you can see, I won't read them all out, you can read it for yourself. Cushendall Innovation Centre, £1.7 million. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. But the question we need to ask ourselves really is, could this money here, the £125.3 million, been better spent than lavishing £47 million on a new leisure centre? And as we see, there's a picture of the mayor with his glossy brochures here and a big sign that says Grow Causeway Coast Glens. And we see the leisure centre in behind here. And I can assure you it looks okay to me. I see nothing wrong with that. We could have thrown a few £1,000,000 at it and just refurbished it. There's absolutely no need to spend £47 million on a new leisure centre. But you see, the myth is always given that you have to keep throwing money at these public bodies. And this is the myth that is continued in perpetuity, that the infrastructure is falling apart. This is what I would call a money transfer system. Money is transferred out of your salary, out of your bank account, out of your wallet, and handed over to organisations such as this: your local council, the health service, the education authority, the PSNI, the civil service, and all the bureaucrats within it. That's what this is really about. They don't need a new leisure centre in Coleraine. Of course they don't. But this is what they say. And I guarantee you will not notice one iota of difference when this money here is spent in its entirety. Not one difference. But as always, I'll hand it over to yourselves. Do you think we need a new leisure centre in Coleraine? I certainly don't. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the old one. I mean, we have had a new leisure centre in Newton Abbey. I can't remember when. I mean, the Valley Leisure Centre here in Antrim and Newton Abbey Borough Council has been in operation since 1977. It's still going. It's been refurbished, of course, and had updates. But there's absolutely no need to spend £47 million on a new leisure centre. It's what I call Looney Tune spending. But as always, leave your comments and tell me what you think. And I'll see you all in the next video.